Hey everyone, it's Lee, aka Regicidal, and I'm here with the 6th episode of Let's Play Runescape. In the last episode, you learned how to level up all of your combat stats, and today you will be learning how to level up crafting, runecrafting, and dungeoneering. So log in and let's begin. Let's start off the episode with doing our daily Squeal of Fortune spin and see if we get anything good. So let's open up the Squeal and test our luck today. Let's hope for something good. We got a bronze crossbow, so that will discard, we can't use that. And that is all for today. But now we're going to get into crafting. Now, crafting mainly takes place, starts off in Lumbridge and Alcarid. So, basically, I have some cowhides here just to show you the basics of crafting. First, you're going to want to pay toll for 10 GP. Now, before you do this, you obviously want to have some cowhides. So if you don't have any cowhides, go to the cow pen and kill cows until you get them. I've had these from when I killed cows last episode. And we're going to first run all the way to the southeast part of the town. You're going to pass a lot of stalls and a lot of tents, but you want to go to the southeast side of town and look for the needle icon on the map. Now, when you see the needle, you'll run into the store and you'll trade Domic. When you trade Domic, you'll have a bunch of crafting supplies here. You're going to want to take a needle, buy a chisel, and buy about 50 thread. So you can add the chisel to your tool belt, you can add the needle to your tool belt, and you can keep the thread in your inventory. So that's a way to free up some inventory space. But now, what we're going to do with the cowhides is craft them. Now, you're going to want to run directly west after you go to the needle store. And you're going to go to the brown shirt icon on your map, which is the tanning place. So you're going to trade Ellis, and it's going to come up with this icon right here. Soft leather is 0 coins to tan, hard leather is 3, and all the other ones are much more money, but we can't do them right now, so that's no problem. So right now we have cowhides, and we're going to make them into soft leather since we're one crafting. So we're going to hit tan, all soft leather. And there you go, we've tanned all of our soft leather. But for now, we can only craft gloves, which is level 1, so we're going to hit craft gloves. And as you see, our character begins to craft the leather gloves out of the leather. So that's how you train crafting, that's the very basics of it. Crafting can be trained in various ways, such as making armor, cutting gems, or making rings. But as you level up and you grow in levels, you will find out that you can craft a lot more things and gain XP better and faster. So for now, I would stick to cowhides and making leather armor, but as you level up, then you can obviously change your method and do what's best for you. Now we're going to move on to runecrafting. Now, right now we're in Alcarid Bank, so we're going to go all the way to Varrock because that's where we need to go to runecraft. We're going to be going to the Grand Exchange, and then we are going to buy some rune essence, and then we'll head to the air altar. So right now I'm going to be leaving the same way I came in, pay toll 10 GP. You can also just home teleport to Lumbridge to get back to the castle, and then go to Varrock like it was explained in the other video. And then we're going to run to Varrock, so when I get there, we'll continue this process. Alright, now that we're at the Grand Exchange, you'll go over to the clerk and exchange. You're going to put an offer in for as many rune essence as you can buy if you want to train runecrafting, that is. So we're going to put an offer in for 100 rune essence. That's 4.4k, so we're going to get 100 rune essence back. And we're going to bank all of our other things. Also, another thing that you have to buy from the Grand Exchange is an air tiara. Now, instead of the air tiara, you can also use an air talisman, but the talisman takes up an inventory space in your inventory, so you're going to want to use the tiara to free up the inventory space for another piece of runes. So buy an air tiara, it's only about 1 GP, or 4 GP, sorry. It's about 4 GP. So, now that we have our air tiara equipped, and we have our runes, we're going to put our runes in the bank. Withdraw all of it so that you have 28 in your inventory, and then we're going to head to the air altar. Now the air altar is just southwest of the West Varrock Bank. So we're going to run there. Now we're on the pathway from the West Bank. The West Bank was that way, and now we're going this way. And the air altar is just off of this road. As you see, as we approach the altar, you'll see the runecrafting icon on the map, which matches the one in your skill set over here. So to enter the altar, you just right click or left click and you hit enter mysterious runes. You can only enter there because you have the air tiara equipped. You don't have to have a mine tiara if you want to go into the mine altar or any other altar around. And now that you see this giant altar in the middle that says craft rune, all you do is hit craft rune and all the essence will be turned into air runes. So that's how you train your runecrafting. As you see, we got 2 levels from doing that, and now we're level 3. We can open that up and see what we can do, and nothing new is unlocked at this level, but as you go on, you can see that we can craft water runes at level 5, earth runes at level 9. Also, you can craft multiple runes. You can craft 2 air runes at level 11, and so on and so on. As you get better, obviously, you can do more things with the skill. So that's how you train runecrafting. To keep doing this, you would just run back to the bank, the West Varrock Bank. You would run east back to the bank, and then you would grab 28 more runes, and you would run back over there, go in the altar, and repeat the process so you can level up fast. But now that you've learned how to runecraft, we're going to move on to do dungeoneering. Now, dungeoneering is a very advanced skill. There's a lot of components that are part of it, but I'm going to explain the very basics of it. I know I can't teach the whole skill within an episode. It's too much to teach, but I'm going to show you the basics and explain a little bit of things so you know how to train it and you'll know how to get there. So, first, we're going to teleport to Lumbridge with the home teleport. As you know, this brings us right back to the castle, and we're going to head back to Al-Kharid. Now, that's where you have to start dungeoneering. Obviously, it doesn't take place in Al-Kharid, but you need to go to Al-Kharid to get to the boat to go to Daemonheim, which is the dungeoneering land. So, we're going to head there now. Let's pay the toll again of 10 GP. Thankfully, we have a little bit of money in our money pouch. And we're going to head back through the gate. When you do the quest Prince Ali Rescue, you can pay that toll for free, so entering Al-Kharid will be free from then on after you do that quest, but I advise everyone to do that quest when you get of level, or you have no goals to go for and you just want to do quests, then that is definitely one you should do if you're going to continue to be free to play. And as you see, we're running back past the tanning salon, and we're going to pass the bank, and right behind the bank to the west of it, you'll see this dock that has the Fremennik Shipmaster, and all you're going to do is right click him and hit sail. So after you hit sail, you're going to end up on Daemonheim, which is the dungeoneering land. So right there, we unlock a music track, Born to Do This. And we're going to run directly west until we reach the main part of Daemonheim, which is the dungeoneering part, obviously. And we're going to run up here. And now we're officially at Daemonheim, which is the dungeoneering place. So, you're going to want to go up the stairs first, and you're going to want to talk to, you're going to want to run up the stairs, and you're going to want to talk to the dungeoneering tutor. Now, when you talk to the dungeoneering tutor, he's going to give you a ring of kinship, which allows you to enter dungeons, and you can talk to him for more information. What is this place? What can I do here? And he'll give you a brief description of dungeoneering. But now that you have me as your guide and you don't need him, all you're going to do is to start dungeoneering. To start dungeoneering, you're going to have to unequip everything that you're wearing or anything that's in your inventory, and you can only keep the ring of kinship in your inventory. You're going to open the party interface. Now, this is the main part of the interface right here. You're going to hit form party, and you'll be in your own party right there. As you see, I went into my own little party here. It takes over the quest icon, so if you ever need to go back to your party information or anything, you can just click the ring icon, which takes over the quest icon. So you click that, you're back here. And we're going to set our floor to floor 1. And we're going to set our complexity to 1. Since we're just starting out, that's what we have to do. Now you can have up to 5 people in your party, but right now, since we're just starting off, I suggest you just stick with 1 person for now until you get higher levels and can do higher dungeons. But then you just click on here, and you'll enter the dungeon. Now, this is a typical dungeon. This is a C1, which means the complexity is 1. That means there's not a lot of monsters, there's not a lot of rooms. And then this is also a small dungeon, which means there's only a 6x6. There's a medium dungeon and a large dungeon, which get bigger and bigger. And this is floor 1, which is the first floor you can do. So now, what you see right here, you've got a smuggler, which you can trade for items when you're not on a C1. Right now we're on a C1, so you can't trade him. But you'll see a key lying next to him, not all the time, but in this floor, there's a key. So we're going to pick up the Crimson Crescent key, and that is used to open a door. So right now we see a guardian door and a orange rectangle door, so that means the key for this door is somewhere in this dungeon, and this key will be used in a door later in the dungeon. So right now we have a bunch of armor. Since we're on a C1, they supply us with armor, so we're going to equip the Novite armor here. And also we're going to grab a little bit of food. There's a bunch of food on this table and on these tables, and you can grab them. Heim crabs heal 20, so grab a few of those just in case you fight something that's higher level than you. So I grabbed about 4, and we're going to head on through the dungeon. Now, this is a guardian door. We obviously don't have the key for this one, so we're going to go through the guardian door. Now, dungeons are based upon all of your other skills. You're going to need to use all of your skills involved within the dungeon. So all of your skills right here help you through dungeoneering. There's crafting doors, there's wood cutting logs, you can cook food, you can battle monsters, so it all gets really complex as you go on. But right now, see, this is a GD. There's a guardian door over there. What a GD means is a guardian door. And when there's a guardian door in the room, you have to slay all of the monsters in the room before you can go through the door. So You see the guardian door right here. If I try to go through it, it says the door won't unlock until all the guardians have been slain, so we're going to have to kill this spider, and we killed the warrior before, so we're going to kill this guy, and then we're able to go through the door. So when anyone says, come to the GD, or teleport to the GD, it means come to the guardian door and kill all the monsters within it, so we can go on through the dungeon. So there we go, the spider's been killed, and we can go on. Now we're in the next room. There's some monsters here, an ice warrior, and an ice spider again. But as you see, there's no other doors we can open in the room, so we're going to grab the orange rectangle key, and we're going to go back to home. You can either run there or teleport to home. Now, when you're in a dungeon, when you home teleport, you get brought back to the starting room, not to Lumbridge. So, see, as it says, cast dungeon home teleport, we can literally just do this and end up right back in the room with the smuggler. But we're going to just run there. But we're just going to run there because it was pretty close. And now that we have the orange rectangle key, we're going to open the orange rectangle door. Now the keys may be different for you, dungeons always vary and they're all different, so don't, look for an orange rectangle key when there's no orange rectangle door. It's all based on what's in your dungeon. This is just a sample of what dungeoneering looks like. Now this is a Crimson Crescent. We don't have to slay the monsters in this room. As you see, I'm dying, so I'm going to eat some Heim crabs right here. We're going to open the door. We don't have to kill these monsters because this isn't a guardian door. We're just going to go through the dungeon. Now this is a guardian door, so we're going to have to slay this ice warrior. Here we go. After we kill this, then we can proceed through the dungeon, and I'm going to guess that the boss is after this room right here, so I'm going to grab these Heim crabs at the monster drop just in case the boss is difficult. As you see, now we're at the boss. The boss is Icy Bones, which is a troll. It says you are about to enter a boss room, make sure you're prepared for a challenge, so we're going to go through. Now what this guy does is he creates a barrier around you, which allows you to not attack him, but if you're close within melee distance of him, you'll be able to attack him still, so he's not the hardest of bosses. He hits pretty good, and he freezes you like that sometimes, but you can easily escape it. And here's the ice things that you can't go around him and attack, but right now we're fine since we're in melee distance of him, and we're just going to keep attacking him until he ends up dying. So that's how you do dungeoneering. There's going to be a boss on every floor, depending on what size dungeon you do. As you see, we're doing a small, and that's what I suggest you do for a little while until you're higher dungeoneering. Then you can do larges or mediums, and you can get a 5-man team. But for now, you could just solo and work on dungeoneering, and when you get better and better, you can obviously do better things with it. He's almost killed with just one more hit. And there we go. We have killed Icy Bones, the first boss in dungeoneering that we found. And now we're going to run over here. As you see, the door opens up and there's a ladder to continue, and it says, do you wish to continue? You hit yes, and there you go. Your first dungeon is complete. We've gotten the role survivor. We didn't die at all. It took us 5 minutes to complete the floor. This is the ending interface, so you'll always get this after you finish a dungeon. Right here it says floor 1, prestige 1, and it averages the XP together. It tells you if we did a small, a medium, large, bonus rooms, difficulty, etc. And then it tells you the total XP you got from the dungeon, which we got 55, and we got 5 tokens, which can be used to buy things within dungeoneering. So now you can either click your button, which is 1, you can hit ready to go on, or we can hit leave to leave. So we're going to leave right now, so I can show you the reward shop from dungeoneering. Once you hit leave or your dungeon ends, you can just go down this broken stairs right here. You're going to be stuck up here, and you're back to where you began. So the shop for dungeoneering, where you can cash in your tokens, is down here, south of where we came in. As you see right here is the reward trader. You hit right click and you hit shop, and you can see we have 5 tokens, which can be used to buy 5 experience. If you click this right here, you can hit buy, and then it says how much tokens you want to use for XP, and it's 1 per 1 XP. So right now we can get 5 XP with our tokens, but we're going to save them for something better. As you can see, there's a Grabite Rapier for 40k tokens, or there's a Scroll of Efficiency for 20k. You can buy a lot of things. This is just the free-to-play section. If you remember, there's obviously greater items, such as chaotic weapons. But as you go on, you'll see that tokens are pretty good, and they have some potential to become good items, or you can just use them on experience. So that is how you train dungeoneering as you go on. Once again, this is just the basics, but you'll be able to figure it out more and more for yourself. And as you go on, you'll get better at it. So that's pretty much it for dungeoneering. But lastly, with the Ring of Kinship, if you ever want to go back to dungeoneering and you're, say, in Varrock or you're in Lumbridge, you can right-click your ring and hit teleport to Daemonheim, which will surround you in a little cube of ice, and you'll teleport up, and you'll end up right before the stairs in dungeoneering, as you see right there. So if you ever want to come back, and after you leave, that's how you can get back easily. You don't have to go back to Alcarid through the boat. You can just tele with your ring. So always keep your ring either with you or in your bank, because it's helpful to tele around, access to a bank, and it's also helpful to come back and train dungeoneering. So And that concludes this episode of Let's Play RuneScape. You learned how to train crafting, runecrafting, and dungeoneering, and in the next episode, you'll learn the areas of RuneScape. Now I know that should have came first, but it will be done. I'll show you how to get to every town, and what every town is called, and where you can go in each town. So that'll be helpful to you, but I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll catch you Wednesday. Later, everyone.